Hey guys, it's Ryan with Fuel to Pursuit, and in today's video, I'm going to settle the debate. Which is best for prepping for mountain hunts, squats or weighted hikes? All right, so in an ideal world, if I could give you a non-binary answer and kind of weasel out of this, I'm going to tell you both because I know that both have great application and transfer to what we do in the mountains. Now, on the strength side, being stronger elevates our capacity. Think of that as operational capacity or a ceiling, right? So if I can lift 100 pounds and I'm going to operate at 70%, then that's going to be 70 pounds. If I double my strength and go from 100-pound max to a 200-pound max, and I'm still operating at 70%, that's going to be 140 pounds. So you get a kind of an idea here of as we elevate our ceiling, as we raise our ceiling or absolute capacity, operational capacity will also go up, even if the percentage of output stays the same, right? So if we get stronger and we're still jogging, we're jogging faster than if we're jogging, but the weaker version of us, right? So strength definitely helps. But there's definitely a ceiling to how strong we need to be in the weight room in order to perform in these mountains, right? So if I'm coaching somebody or working with somebody preparing for the mountains, you guys have been in the mountains, you've got side hills, you've got uneven footing, you've got uphill, downhill, you're always in weird and awkward positions. That doesn't really get replicated by a barbell on our back where we're perfectly symmetrical, we have both legs working, and we're perfectly balanced, right? If we want to build absolute strength, that's a great move. But we would definitely want to supplement that with accessory moves like lunges, reverse lunges, step ups, lateral lunges, things where we're changing planes and rotating, challenging our bodies in ways that really mimic the way that we're challenged out here in the mountains. Even shifting the load from, on our back to in our hands in front of us with two kettlebells, holding a dumbbell like a goblet squat, can hold sandbags across the front of your arms as a zercher position. Anything that would replicate odd object training is a really great way to simulate what you're doing and what you're facing out here. So now, if you could only do one thing to prepare for mountain hunts, I'm going to say it is a weighted hike, weighted rucks. Find the steepest, gnarliest, nastiest terrain and just get used to going up and down it. And don't just go straight up and down it. Go sideways on it. Go, do laps around the thing if it's a feature, or if it's just a face, go zigzag back and forth. Get used to your feet having to move and ankles having to move in the same ways that they're going to be challenged. If the place that you go and do this has a trail, get off the trail. Right? Odds are you're not spending all of your time hunting on a trail. Make sure that your training prepares you for your performance. We want our training to be more difficult than the task that we're asking ourselves to do in performance so that when the time comes, we're ready for it. And so the reason that this is king, that the reason that the weighted hike or the ruck, whatever we want to call this, is king is because of something called the SAID principle, SAID. And what that means in the strength and conditioning world is stands for specific adaptations to impose demands. In other words, you get good at doing the thing by doing the thing, or do the thing you want to get good at, right? If you want to get good at squatting, squat. If you want to get good at shooting, shoot. If you want to get good at climbing mountains, under load, climb mountains under load, okay? So now the caveat to saying that this is the ultimate way to train is assuming that where you're carrying these weighted packs replicates where you're hunting. Now, if you're like me and you don't live with access to something like this, I live in Virginia. Yes, we have the Appalachian Trail. We've got some mountains. But every time I come out here, I'm reminded that what I can do at home is nothing like this. So if you live in the middle of the US, if you live in a flat place, if you live in a place that doesn't have this kind of elevation, It doesn't replicate where you hunt. Yes, you can still do weighted pack hikes on whatever steep, nasty terrain you can find. But then there are also other things that we can do to replicate this. Things like step ups, tire drags, sled drags, even using an Airdyne bike where you've got the resistance cranked up to maximum, right? And so the Airdyne bike, the sled drag, the tire drag, those are relentless concentric motions. There's never a negative or an eccentric. So that's going to mimic straight climbing up a hill, right? Now, the step ups, on the other hand, there's an up and a down component. So you do get that eccentric that's going to mimic coming downhill. So keep that in mind. We've got an amazing training program built into our Fuel of Pursuit Backcountry Prep course. If you want more details on that, we're going to have a link to it down in the description. Check that out. We have a full year of off-season and preseason prep training designed to help you dominate wherever you hunt. So again, link is in the description. Check that out. If you've got any questions on training or videos that you want to see us make, leave those in the comments down below. If you like this video, click that thumbs up button. That's going to help YouTube know what videos to show you. And of course, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you here. We appreciate you being here. And if you want to get a notification every time we drop a new video, click that little bell button and we'll catch you on the next one.